Hi, and welcome to the Sunday Vidcast, the Random Thoughts Sunday Vidcast for, I think it's the 14th. I'm wrong, it's the 15th. For April 15th, 2012. Wow, time does fly. Half the month is gone. That means I have to really get my butt in gear. Anyway, today we're going to talk about habits. The next generation in consoles, some future stuff, schedules, blog post stuff. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so I am going to I'm going to continue to change my habits because, I've been working on changing the habits of my life over the past year. Any of you that have read my blog know that I've stopped quitting. I've stopped drinking soda. I've stopped quitting soda now. I've stopped drinking soda. So I'm going to start working on other things. This beard, I'm going to start basically shaving every day and go back to a clean-cut person. Although I do like this beard, I know a lot of people don't, but that's not the reason I'm doing it. I'm trying to instill some habits in myself. And one of those habits is going to be shaving every day. I'm going to start this tomorrow. I meant to do it today, but things happened and I didn't get to it. So this will probably be the last post for a long time where you'll see me in this hairy manner. Now, I know there's at least one viewer of this blog that'll probably be giggling with glee at this point, but anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Other habits is basically I need to start living by a schedule. I've been doing that a little bit over the past couple of weeks. You may have noticed that my blog posts have increased over the last 3 weeks, and this is intentional. I've been assigning a type of blog post for each day. So Monday, basically, I've been putting up fiction. Tuesday, last week, I started putting up retro movie reviews. I'm reusing a bunch of reviews I wrote for a site called retroguava.com. And so I'm going to be putting those up. Wednesday, I've been talking about gaming in some form. Thursday, I haven't done anything yet. Friday, I've been doing personal stuff, like last Friday I did a short story, wrote a personal narrative about my childhood, but actually a day that I remember that actually happened to me, and if you want to go back to last Friday, it's there. Saturday, I don't have anything up yet, and then Sunday, of course, is the Vidcast. Now, I've been trying to be consistent with the content that I have, and I think I'm doing okay. The numbers of people viewing my site is going up, which is nice, but I'm not doing it for numbers. It's just, I'm doing it to be a consistent writer, to be a disciplined writer, because this is what I want to do. And I've never been a good disciplined writer. I mean, there's some of you reading this are probably going, yeah, I know. Well, I have to do something about it, right? So that is one thing I'll be working on this week. And I'm not just going to schedule my blog posts, but I'm going to try to get in a regular schedule in my life as well. As in waking up at a certain time, going to bed at a certain time. Just because I've done that before and I've had a lot more output when I actually have some kind of schedule instead of being kind of a person that floats along. I don't like sleeping until mid-afternoon. I do it, but I don't like doing it. I like getting up in the morning, late morning, mind you, but I like getting up in the morning. But I also like staying up late, so I tend to go to bed about 2 and wake up about 10, which is fine with me. I like that. I don't feel like I'm missing part of the world when I do that. So, wish me luck. Keep me in prayers. This has to lead to me doing something and getting money for it. That would be nice. Alright, what else? Next generation of consoles is about to hit. The first next-gen console will be the Wii U. I don't know if that'll be the final name, but that is what they're calling it right now. It's a system that's supposed to be a little bit more powerful than the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and it'll have a controller that's kind of like a big touchscreen, I guess. It'll have like a touchscreen in the middle and then have the controller parts on the side. It'll also be backwards compatible to the Wii, and you'll be able to use the Wii controllers on the system, which is nice. Which means any Wiimote and classic controller you have, you'll be able to use. Excuse me. Sorry, my nose is itching. And it'll also be a disc-based system, obviously, because it's going to be backwards compatible. It'll be backwards compatible to the Wii, but not to the GameCube. So what they're probably going to do after the Wii U comes out is start releasing GameCube games on the Virtual Console, which is fine with me. You know, I'll probably end up buying a GameCube at the time because I would like to get a Wii U. So my plan is to get a Wii U and buy a GameCube to play my GameCube games on. And then I'll probably just pack my Wii away in somewhere in the closet. Maybe. But the other consoles that are coming out are going to be the PS4 or whatever they name it, and the Xbox 720, whatever Microsoft decides to name that. Now there's some rumors going around that these consoles will not be backwards compatible and they will not be able to use used games. In fact, some people say they're not even going to use disc media as a way to play the games at all. This probably means that I won't be buying either of those consoles, at least for the first 3 years, because I buy a lot of used games. I'm a poor person, you know, and $60 for a game is a lot of money. So when I can go into a GameStop and get a game that's a couple years old for $15, that I do that because that's just how I buy games. In fact, when I first found a used GameStop when I was a kid for my NES, it was like walking into heaven or something with like angels going, oh, next to me, because I didn't realize you could buy used games at the time, and that helped me be able to afford things that I couldn't afford otherwise. Since Nintendo seems to be the only company that is going to support used games and going to support backwards compatibility, I don't care if the other consoles will beam the game directly into your head. There's not much interest for me in it. I'd rather just buy a Xbox 360 or a PS3 and not worry about the next gen. That's just how it is, you know. If I want to play new games, I'll just buy the PC version of them if they have them, or not play it at all. I'm fine with not playing games. There's so many games that I have right now that I'm not playing. Not playing new games is not going to bother me. And what this is going to do is basically just put me back to being more of a PC-centric gamer. And I think it's going to force a lot of other people to be more PC-centric, because despite the PC having a lot of digital download services for it, and you don't see a lot of physical boxes for the PC anymore, it's still a very open platform. They have deals on the platform all the time, and in the various digital things. You can go online and find go to Steam, Valve Steam service, go to GOG.com, and if you have $60, you can buy 6 or more games with the same amount of money as you can buy one for a console. So why do I want the next gen consoles if they aren't backwards compatible or they don't allow me to play used games? I don't see the point. I'll just buy my games on the computer. Plus, if I want to make a game, I can use the computer, and I can't use the PS4 or whatever it's going to be. I know I'm rambling a little bit. I hope I make sense, but it's. I think Microsoft and Sony are shooting themselves in the foot with this attitude. I believe it's just going to help Nintendo in the next generation. I believe that more companies are going to go. Here's the thing, okay? There's a big outcry among developers and publishers about used games, and most of it is just kind of like this whiny attitude, like the guy that always gets picks last for the sports team, the guy that always cries about how nobody likes his stuff and blah 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 blah. If the populace goes towards the Wii U and the Wii U becomes really, really uber popular, they're going to have to develop for the console anyway. And Nintendo looks like they're trying to do third-party games on it. We'll see if that happens, because Nintendo has a history of not supporting third-party publishers very well. And the people that are whining about used games are going to have to just shut up and make the game for the system, because the people are there. I don't know if the new Microsoft platform, the new Sony platform will be unpopular, but there is going to be a certain amount of the population, like me, who just won't buy it. And it may be a lot bigger than either company thinks. Yeah, I know I kind of rambled there, but I don't have the notes written down. I should have written down the whole notes for that and had it more organized thought-wise, but there you go. I'm not going to buy the next Microsoft system or the next Sony system because they're not backwards compatible and you can't play used games on them. That's what it boils down to. Actually, that's what the rumors are at the moment. We'll see how it actually unfolds when they come out. Okay, what else? What if I ever have kids? I don't have any kids right now. What if I ever have kids? I'm thinking that if I do have kids, they're not going to have open access to technology like cell phones and such. Because mainly, when I was a kid, the main portable technology we had was the Game Boy. And the Game Boy only had so much battery life, so when we went on trips and stuff, I would either use the Game Boy or a Walkman. And I enjoyed playing that, but it didn't keep me from enjoying the trips that we went on. And I saw this little video on a place called PJTV the other day, and it talked about how the man talked about how he was worried about kids spending too much time in a virtual world talking to other people on their cell phones and stuff to enjoy trips and vacations like we did when we were kids, or he said he did when he was kids. He's a little bit older than me, but I understand what he means. And I can see that, because I have a habit of texting a lot myself and spending a lot of time on my phone. I think I'm going to try to curtail that a little bit, because if I have kids and we're on vacation, I don't want them talking to the friends all the time on the phone by texting them. I don't know if I mind if they're playing portable games while we're driving and such, but I don't want them so immersed in their own technology that they don't see the world around them. And I know how that is, having been at that stage myself a time or two in my life. So if I ever have kids, I don't know if they'll have cell phones. I don't even know. They may have portable gaming systems, but they're going to be ones without access to the internet and things like that. If they have a MP3 player, it's going to not have any cell phone features, things like that, you know? Because if they have to talk to someone, they need to talk to their family while we're on trips and things like that. It just got me thinking, you know, and I want my future kids to be part of my family. And this guy that said this was right. Wherever you go anymore, you see kids looking at their cell phones and texting people everywhere. And I had bad times growing up, but we also had some really, really wonderful times. And if I always had my face in a phone talking to my friends, I wonder if I would have had those times as well. Now, I know I would listen to music and read and play my Game Boy and such, but it never stopped me from seeing what was around us and talking with my family. So, anyway, that's just a thought. I know that I'll definitely curtail their access to the internet because I do not want my kids on the internet before they're a certain age, and even when they hit that age, I do not want that they won't have full access to it. No. I want them to live a life outside of the net. Okay. What else do I have? I think I actually hit everything. Wow. How long have we had? Anyway. Kind of rambled tonight. I hope you don't mind. And do me a favor, go back and read some of the stuff on my blog. My blog is warrencbennett.wordpress.com. Let me know what you think. I would really like to know. And like I said, it is updated often, and it'll probably end up being updated on a daily basis, because a lot of the times it doesn't take me long to update. So enjoy the content. Let me know what you think. And I am out of here. You guys have a great week, and you guys have a great week. And God bless. And I hope everything goes good for you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.